Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live session. And I'm so excited because I have a pleasure of meeting one of my amazing business partners for the first time right here on social media. We both are part of this incredible online business community, and I can't wait for you to hear his story, his journey, and some insights that I'm sure he's going to inspire you. So first of all, Dustin, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. It is so great to connect with you and tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, your professional background, what your life was like before starting this business.
Right.
Obviously, what was your why?
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Serena. I appreciate it. Well, for myself, to give you a little bit of insight about me, I started this business back in 2019. So I've been kind of doing this business now for 5 years, probably going on 6 here right away. I can't believe it's almost 2025. But like I said, I've been a nurse for about 14 years. And so for the longest, I think as I was going along, being a nurse, you're working the shift work, the 12-hour days, sometimes the 16-hour days, working the night shift work, sleeping during the day, being away from family during the holidays. The income's pretty good being a nurse. You make some substantial, income. For some reason, I just didn't feel like it was enough, kind of, going to school for 4 years, 5 years, getting that degree, having that $50,000 in debt, and then on top of it, you're always trying to, pay your everyday life, right? We always have the mortgage, we have the car, we have the insurance and all those things, right? So I was kind of looking for something different, something to kind of make me an extra $100, a month or $200 a month, just something to kind of help subsidize what I did, as a nurse. So I remember being on social media, probably about 5 years now, scrolling through Facebook, seeing one of these ads pop up, actually with some friends of mine actually in Vancouver. And I decided to kind of click on that ad and kind of look into what actually they were doing. And that's kind of what brought me to this business. And so that's kind of where I am now today.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a different journey. It's been a long journey, but it's been obviously an incredible journey for myself. Lots of ups and downs.
That's amazing story. We have so many nurses that I know they are in this business. It's cool. One more nurse that I know in this business.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, as I said, me and Dustin, we met for the first time, and we don't know much about each other. A little bit more about myself so that Dustin know me better. Uh, before coming to this online business, I was always in retail business. So I had my own convenience stores and gas stations back in Canada. I used to live in Mississauga, Ontario, with my children. Obviously, at that time, I was married with my ex-husband, and the when you're running an offline business, life is actually not yours because even though it is your business, you can set your own hours, but the amount of time and effort you have to put in offline business is countless. Like I used to get up early in the morning around 3 o'clock and used to go because there was like three different stores and they were not too close to each other. One of them was in Niagara Falls, which is like 1 hour drive. So, going to each store, making sure all the orders are placed, making sure all the merchandises are good, making sure the store is ready for the, they used to say, get ready for the morning for the customers. And, or the overnight people, they have done their job, filling up and cleaning up and all that stuff. So, tons of issues with employees, with the vendors, gunpoint robberies, literally by the time I used to come home at night, I was a dead body. I mean, my work started at 4, then I was going back home to prepare my children to school, take them to school, and then bring them back from school, cook at home, and then come back after putting them at home, feed them, come back to work. So literally, one feet was in the store, one feet was at work. Tons of work, stress on top of it. Didn't get chance to spend too much quality time with my children. That was the worst part of it, that we never get it back. That's something I really, really regret. And whenever I see young people inquiring about this business, the first thing I always tell them, hey, do you not want to spend time with your children? Do you not want to raise them yourself instead of putting them to daycare, other people raising your children the way they want? So anyway, so this is a long story short. Then I got married with Paul 5 years ago, and we decided to live in US. Obviously, he was living here. He's an engineer. He travels a lot. And when I moved here, the problem was COVID hit. So we were in a process of, still thinking what I want to do in my life. Should I open a business? Because I still had to go through immigration and I wasn't able to work. So I said, okay, it's a perfect time so that I check the market and see what kind of a business I want to open. Because before coming to Canada, I had this in my mind that I want to open a shisha place. I don't know if you know what is shisha hookah place.
Mm-hmm.
So, but moving here in Washington State, I realized that people here, they don't even know what is shisha. The young community here, they're not into these kind of stuff. So obviously that was not a good business to open here in Washington State. So and the COVID hit, and COVID changed pretty much everything, and it made me looking at people going bankrupt in their small businesses make me think, do I really want to go back to any kind of offline business again in my life? Especially imagine shisha place that you have to literally, suck from the pipe. It was not safe at all. So then while I was waiting for my immigration, I thought I will use my time and study to become a real estate broker. So I studied, and at the same time, I came across this online business, and it was one of my best friends for so many years that I know. And she started it. She said, hey, I know your husband travels and you guys are newly married. You want to travel with him. So this is perfect opportunity for you. Check it out. And that one check it out was something that really changed my mind. I came in, I watched the webinar, and first time, watched the webinar, second time, and I'm going to be honest, I was the one who was still is it something that I can do, I want to do? And my husband was the one who really, really inspired me, and he had a lot of hopes and a lot of trust in me, and said, this is what you can do, and I'm sure you can do it. So that's how I start this online business. Long story.
Well, good. Yeah, good for you. I mean, it's been a great journey, I'm sure. How long have you been doing it for?
I started in 2021.
Okay. Yeah. So 2 years after I did.
Right. But I was in October 2021. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So, I want to ask you a couple of questions here. What are some of the challenges you faced in the beginning, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I mean, I think the big thing is, I think for anybody starting something new or starting the unknown, right, it's kind of scary, right? It causes a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. Anything that's brand new to us is always difficult, right? So coming into an online business or coming into something that is completely foreign, for myself, especially with social media, using Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, those kind of things, I never really did a lot of that, in my personal life. So trying to utilize, social media to make an income or do attraction marketing was completely different for me, right? So
Right.
I think how I overcame that was definitely having some people who were there to support me, coaches, etc., to help me get into the training platform, go through it step by step. That was very helpful. I didn't have any experience at all. I think we always talk about whether you need experience in the business realm. Well, you don't. I didn't. I disliked, YouTube. I disliked social media. I didn't use it very often, right? I'd probably go on Facebook every so often. This whole reel thing is brand new to me. Probably I've only been using reels for the last year, to be honest. Just something that I didn't do, right? But for me, I think overcoming it was literally the training platform within the business, how step-by-step it is, how guided it is, how there's videos that you watch, and it actually walks you through everything step-by-step. I think that was the big thing that really helped me overcome it. I also think, mindset was a big thing for me, trying something new. I think, you always defeat yourself right away if it's something that you don't know, right? You kind of always question, can I do this? Is this for me? Will I do well? Will I not do well? I think we always have those questions, especially when we start something new. I think that was the big struggle for me. But I think, as I moved along and as I was seeing results and doing well and seeing those things happen for me, I think my mindset started to change slowly. But even at the very beginning, I think the mindset was a big shift for me, trying to really relate to myself and tell myself that I can do this. This is something that I'm investing in. It's something I'm investing in myself, right? Obviously, it's the change that I needed for me, right? Not anybody else. And so I think when you have that mind shift, investing in yourself, I think you want to do anything you can to make it worthwhile and to make it work, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of things that you were saying resonates with me. I hardly used my Facebook before coming in this business because, and even if I was using, videotaping, not even from myself. I was videotaping the nature and other stuff, but not myself. So when I first started, that was actually one of my challenges too. I was like, how can I just put it the camera on myself and I'm talking to myself? It's it sounds so ridiculous. But it really, really changed our lives. The training and development, it really develops our personality, and it really helps us become bold and a better version of ourselves. In short, right? So.
I think it's really just about that confidence, right? It's kind of making you step outside your comfort zone in a little ways. You don't have to. I know there's a lot of people who are introverts, and there's a lot of people who don't like to, take pictures or videos of themselves, right? I mean, it's not like you have to. It's not like you're mandated to do those things, to get behind a camera and do a video, etc. It'll just help push your business a little further, right? Because it's showing who you are, you as a person, and makes the audience and stuff trust who you are, right? When you're behind a camera and actually talking about, your business, than just, sitting behind a post.
Right. Yeah. So, my next question is, what has surprised you the most about this business? Something you didn't expect when you started this business?
I think for me, a big thing that's changed or transpired for me, I think, you kind of come into business, right? So you kind of go into a business not knowing what's going to happen with your business, right? The people you're going to meet, the people that are going to come into your life, right? You talk about an offline business, right? Doing a mom and pop shop or, one of those kind of businesses, right? And you kind of see how that would be. You don't meet a lot of people. You have people come into your business. You have a lot of people who are in and out of your business, right? But you don't really, attach to those people. And I think the big shock for me is just learning that there's a lot of people who become family, right? Who become friends, who you kind of meet online and you feel like you've known them forever. I think that was a big surprise for me. I feel like we're all a big family. You grow to be a big family, especially the people that you kind of bring into your business, right? And help mentor and coach them. I think you become more than just a mentor and coach to them, right? They become a part of your family and you feel that connection. And I think that was a big surprise for me. I didn't really expect that to happen. And I think those people inspire you and challenge you to kind of grow and become, a different person, right? So that was a big shock for me.
Yeah, Well, we were recently in Mexico. This is a picture of our Mexico trip. There were like almost half of us in that picture, and we just like Dustin said, I am so amazed at the amount of support we got in this group. That um, after coming back from Mexico trip, I mean, I always had a lot of positive mindset in this business. But after coming from the Mexico trip, I feel like I'm a new person.
Yeah.
Really, the inspiration that we get, the amount of knowledge that they share with you, I remember we had like literally, because all day we were in a convention and we had like literally an hour in between our like meetings, and even in that 1 hour, either we were making reels together, or we were like sitting on our laptops and talking to each other and inspiring each other, and uh, teaching each other what to do, what not to do, and it was really an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, and it feels like you've known those people forever, which is great. You kind of meet those people
exactly.
in person for the first time, and it's like you don't have that uncomfortable feeling. You don't feel like you're not welcome.
Uh-huh.
That's the amazing thing. It's like you've known each other for so long because you see them online, or you've talked to them online before, or you kind of have a little bit of communication back and forth, and it just is very easy, which is what I
Mm-hmm.
like.
I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. Before we go, my husband was like kind of hesitant because uh, I'm very outgoing. I can talk about anything in my life, but my husband is like, he's like 100 times more knowledgeable than me, but he's so shy. So he was like, I don't know anybody. I don't know what should I talk. But the last day that we were coming back, I can tell you that every single person over there, we were like 75 people over there, they fall in love with my husband. And there was this one lady, I don't know, probably you know her, Sherry. She was actually crying because she said, "Oh my God, I fall in love with you guys." And
Oh,
it's amazing. The What is very, very important in this business is the law of attraction, is your mindset. Just like Dustin was saying, it is so important. It really works wonders for us, because if we are not positive about this business, if we are not positive about what we as a person can do and achieve in this business, we are actually slowing down our process. I mean, still we can get there, but slower than everybody else who really believe in law of attraction. I am a strong believer of law of attraction, and I also, one more thing that I really believe in, one of the quotes that Warren Buffett said. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So this online business is those, is perfect for this quote, because even when we are sleeping, we are the automated system is working in the background for us. So uh, what they say, work smart than work hard, right? I used to work so hard in when I had my offline business, but I started working smart.
yeah, I know.
So I had another question for you, Dustin. So for someone watching today who might feel hesitant, what would you say makes this business stand out from other opportunities?
Well, I think the big thing is, life is short, take that leap. I think there's always going to be a hesitancy no matter what business you might want to start, no matter what you're looking into, no matter what side hustle or thing you might start, you're always going to have that hesitancy or skepticism, right? Because it's, especially something that's like this, it's a business, it's something that we can operate from our home, something that we can kind of spend more time with our kids. I think there's a lot of, moms out there, single moms, parents, whomever, who have kids who want to spend more time with their family, right? But they're mandated to work, right? That 9-to-5 job to actually have an income, right? So to them, it's kind of like, oh, I can make an income and spend more time with my kids. Is that really, true? But it is true, right? I think, you and I are active individuals who do this business and are speaking from that opportunity, right? So, when I started the business back 5 years ago, I had that hesitancy, right? I had the hesitancy thinking, I had no idea what I was getting into, so I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how well I was gonna do. But I think that's anything that's brand new. We go into school not sure if we're gonna pass. We go into school having all those ups and downs, those weird feelings, right? And I think that's just human nature. And so I think it's just about taking that leap of faith, right? And just kind of knowing that you can do it. If you want to change, well, make that change for yourself. No one's going to make that change for you, right? You got to do it yourself, right? So, for me, it's brought a lot of, brought a lot of freedom for my life. It's brought a lot of time where I'm able to spend with my family. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but I have, I'm actually able to, I'm not running to that, 12-hour shift at the hospital any longer. I kind of choose when I want to go into work more so. That's what the business has done for me. I've actually been able to pay off a lot of debt. I actually talk about being debt free at 39. I don't have a student loan. I don't have credit card debt. I don't have line of credit debt. I have money in the bank. It's not like it's Christmas time and I'm buying gifts for my family. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't afford that. What's going to happen with my mortgage payment, right? I'm not really stressed out about that. I was able to put down $68,000, for my mortgage as a down payment just because of this business and what it's done for me. And so, if you don't start something new, how do you know it's going to change your life or not, right? And so I think that's the biggest takeaway. If you don't take a leap of faith, how are you going to know if it's going to do anything for you?
That's right. Dustin, we have one thing in common. We both can inspire the young generation. I can inspire them with my story that, I literally didn't see my children. So why not you guys, spend more time with your children instead of like me at this age. My son is like 29 and he's going to get married in like 6 months. You regret. For you, you're still young and you're inspiring people with your story that, at this age, you don't have any. I mean, you still have mortgage. You said, right? You just paid 60,000 in down payment, which is amazing. You don't have any debts, and you can travel easily. You don't have to sweat for any money. So
I mean, first time in a long time I was able to pay cash for a trip to Mexico, in March. And it wasn't very many years ago that I thought I could do that. I was swimming in debt. I think I had $50,000 in student loan debt. I would have $12,000 in line of credit debt. I think I had like $8,100 in credit card debt. Like I was swimming in debt. It just didn't seem like, it didn't matter how many times I've worked at the hospital. It didn't matter how many times I picked up overtime. I just could not get out. And then just kind of I did put a lot of eggs in one basket, and I put a lot of eggs in this basket because I really wanted to change my outcome. I really wanted to change my situation in my life, and I wanted to get out of debt, and I wanted to help my family. And so I did pour everything into this business, but it's definitely helped me substantially.
Wow. So for all those people who are watching and you're still hesitant, I have a message for you. That's right. We have live webinars on Tuesdays, which is in Right now it's 3 o'clock in a couple of hours, and Thursdays the same time, 5 p.m. PST time. If you want to join our live webinars, simply send us your email address, reach out to Dustin or myself. We will send you the link to the live webinar, and you can ask your questions live. What better than that?
Well, and there's also another opportunity too, right? So I always tell people, if you can't catch the live webinar, you can always catch the replay webinar, right? We do have 2 webinars. They're a little bit different. We do have the 90-minute webinar, right, which is a little bit more lengthy. We also have a 20-minute webinar. If people don't have the extended time to watch the whole thing, or if they can't catch the live one, there's also, that replay.
That's correct. Yeah. So, Dustin, one last question. I promise I'll let you go.
Okay.
If you could give one piece of advice to the people watching right now, or maybe later, what would that advice be?
I always think that, and I always tell, just like yourself, when it comes to laws of attraction, right? I think it's all about believing in yourself. I think if you want to make a change in your life, you have to start somewhere. And just believe that you can do it. Believe that you can make that change. No one can really make that change happen for you, but that's all you need to have, right? Is faith over fear. I always tell people that, have faith in yourself that you can do it. There's always going to be that worry, right? I think there's always that worry because that's the protection emotion that we have within ourselves, right? Somehow to protect ourselves from making the incorrect step or something like that, right? But, we can also move past that worry as well, right? So it's all just about believing in yourself that you can do it.
Absolutely. That is a great advice for people. Yeah, he's right. Believe in yourself. If we can do it, why not you? And the amazing part about this business is anyone can do this business. You don't have to have a degree to join this business. You don't need any prior experience. It's a global. You can do this business anywhere in the world. Me, just like I said earlier, we travel a lot. Me and my husband, actually, the matter of fact, we are traveling in like 2 weeks. Actually, not 2 weeks, in 10 days. And I was in Greece last year for 2 months. I was working over there, and I was getting distributors and buyers, and it's a great feeling that you literally pack up your laptop with your cell phone and work from comfort of anywhere in the world. What better than this option? I mean, imagine when I had a convenience store. I cannot pack my convenience store in my backpack and take it anywhere. As a matter of fact, I did not go to any vacation. I mean, in the last 20 years that I was running the store, I just went 2 vacations. And in those 2 vacations, I was constantly, my phone was ringing and I was under stress. I didn't enjoy my trip. Now we go on trip, we have fun, we make reels, we post on social media. That is what we do. We do a lifestyle marketing. And even though there is a product involved, but we sell it indirectly. We don't advertise it. We let our system sell it. We don't keep any inventory. So if you want to get more information, you literally have to send us your email address or go to our website, enter your name and email address, and get the information that way. So Dustin, anything else from your side?
No, I think that covered it. I think you covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about if I play something interesting for you, just to show you our teamwork, right? In this video is from Mexico, and I love it because the teamwork says the whole thing. So watch this.
Register today for this amazing online business that offers work-life balance,
improved health and well-being, raise your own children,
be your own boss,
have a travel freedom,
reduce commuting,
global market reach,
flexible retirement option,
diverse revenue streams,
passive income,
continuous learning,
flexible schedule,
global audience reach,
financial independence,
more time with family, earn anywhere,
Skill development.
earn anytime,
lower overhead costs,
Customizable work environment. We change lives.
multiple income streams,
flexible working hours,
Location independence.
unlimited earning potentials,
travel freedom,
support elderly parents,
more family time,
less commuting,
low startup costs.
register now.
So register today!
Love that.
Oh, this is amazing. I love it. You know how many times we did that video? I think we did that 5 times. So we get a perfect video.
Yeah, I'd imagine, especially with all you guys there.
Yeah. So
That's
anyway, Dustin, one more time, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. And good luck in this business. I wish we meet one day in person. I'm sure. Are you going to San Diego
I will be at the convention next year. Yes.
next year? Okay, yeah. Okay, well, we will meet there. You'll meet my husband over there, and we'll learn something from each other.
That's right. Sounds
Awesome.
great.
All right, thank you so much. And guys, if you have any questions or concerns, please be free to write it under this comment section, or private message us. We will be happy to answer all your questions. All right, bye for now.
See you guys.